Alright guys, Lord Nolan here, and today is the 50 subscriber thank you video. Second thing I'm gonna talk about, it's a thing that One Piece YouTubers did a while back, like a good while back, and it's make a One Piece crew. Now, my One Piece crew ain't gonna be like yours. I can guarantee you that, because my One Piece crew is kind of like, it's kind of a little out there. Like most people, they try and pick like people that are, you know, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, like the biggest and the baddest and stuff like that. But they had like a rules, like you can't pick a Yonko, and I think you can't have any straw hats. I think that's what it was, or something like that. Like, you can't pick a Yonko, and you can't pick straw hats. If I'm not mistaken, those are the rules. So what I'm gonna do, my crew is literally the captains that Luffy defeats. Now, I'm down to take their crews. I'm not against taking their crews, but I don't know how the rules were for that. I don't remember if there was like you can't have their crews or whatever. You can only have like, you know, a single member of whatever. So it would be this is gonna sound ridiculous. I know it's gonna sound ridiculous, but I'll explain all of my picks afterwards, okay? Actually, I'm gonna write them down. I'm gonna explain them. I'm gonna write them down and I'm gonna explain them afterwards, okay? First one, right off the bat, it's gonna sound ridiculous. First person, Buggy the Clown. Yeah, I said that. I am making a crew. First person on that list, Buggy the Clown, and I'll tell you why, okay? Now, people like to talk about Buggy as like this, and you know, it's like the Usopp of the Roger crew. Like the guy who never wanted to do anything, like the guy who was always afraid, the guy who had like potential but he didn't always use it to his best, the guy who always had to be pushed by, you know, like the Shanks or like the Zoro or whatever of the crew. Like there's always like that person that has to be like or like Nami or Sanji or whatever. Like there's always that person that's like, hey, you gotta get in there and do that. You know what I mean? It's like there's always that person. But with Buggy, I wouldn't need him to fight. Okay, that's his main thing that he's afraid of is fighting. Like he don't want to fight. So what I'm gonna have him do, I'm gonna have him manufacture buggy balls for all my ships. That's his thing. Now, you saw what the buggy balls did. Now, you think about like a regular attack, all right, from a ship. You think of the balls coming in. It sounds so dirty. You think of the cannonballs coming in, and you know people blocking and slashing and all stuff like that. When a buggy ball comes in, if you don't deflect it, you try and slash it, you try and, you know, hit it, or you try and, you know, whatever, just take it on, that thing is annihilating you. Those things are ridiculous. And I'm not talking about that tiny little itty bitty buggy ball that came out of his shoe. I'm talking about the ones he had pointed at things in the cannon that took out most of Orangetown. Okay? So Buggy would be my weapons manufacturer for all of my ships. And in order for him to be able to do that, I have my second person, Wapple. Yep. Now, technically, Wapple's a king, but we're gonna skirt past that because he's a character in One Piece that's not a Yonko and he's not a Straw Hat, so he's fair game. And I'm taking Wapple, and the reason why I'm taking Wapple is because I could feed him the ingredients that Buggy needs, raw material, and have him refine it into whatever form that Buggy needs to make it to the final thing. And not only that, but if I feed him certain things, he can make other weapons for the rest of the crew. So he would also be a part of the weapons manufacturing. And at the same time, let's say a giant giant asteroid from Fujitora is coming down, and we can break that up. Now we're feeding it to Wapple, whatever raw materials is in there. One, it's gonna be crazy alloys and minerals because it's from space, and two, we're gonna get the materials back that we need to make crazy stuff that the One Piece ain't even seen yet. 3, Don Krieg. Now, I know that sounds crazy too. Like, all 3 of these guys sound weak, I know. But Don Krieg is a slick guy. He's a weapons expert, and he's a slick guy, and he's a very good infiltrator. So, let's say I need somebody to go in and pretend to be whatever. Don Krieg could be that guy. He could pretend to be whatever I need him to be. He'll go into a place and he'll come out with a Navy ship for me if I need it. He'll come back with an arsenal of weapons if I need it. He'll come back with, you know, the treasure of whatever if I need it. Because he's the slick guy. He's the guy that's like, oh, you know, I'll go in here and I like, oh, I'm hurt. I need food. I need this and I need that. And he's not above begging. And if he'll beg to get like whatever that we need without us having to go in there and fight for it, or without us having to go in there and take it, and we can just get it and go, that gets us out of a lot of situations where we could potentially lose people, get captured, run out of resources, like a lot of stuff. Now I get it, a lot of adventures and blah 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 go with, because you gotta do this, you gotta get over this obstacle, you gotta beat this person, blah 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 blah. I ain't Luffy, and I ain't looking for the One Piece, okay? I'm just out here trying to live my best life. And so I'm gonna need somebody that can get me stuff, and without us having to do crazy stuff. And if stuff does go down, buggy ball. I'm practically a one-ship buster call. So if we can't infiltrate, but the buggy ball the mess out of it. And now my next pick is gonna sound like, you know, this dude is weak or whatever, but he really isn't. He really isn't a weak person, because he's a thinker. And you know where I'm going. Kuro, Captain Kuro. Yep, the smartest man, or was he the smartest man? I think he was like the smartest man in the East Blue, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it Ben Beckman? I think Ben Beckman's the smartest man from the East Blue, and then it was Nami, then it was Kuro. So he's like, he's at least top 3, whatever. And Nami I can't get, and Ben Beckman I probably wouldn't be able to control. So whatever on that. I got at least top 5 smartest in a sea. So Kuro can help me with strategies. He could help me to figure out, all right, well, where's the best targets to hit? Who's gonna be the person that can do this objective the best? What's the mission? Where should we go next? He's gonna be my kind of like my assistant strategist. And then if stuff really does go down, as long as he don't get crazy and I have to hit him and knock him out, he can massacre the lightweights. He just run in and do that little swinging thing, and then just all of us will be on the ocean while we send him out there. Krieg will be inland, Kuro will be on the port or at whatever place we landed his boat, and just let him go. And just like, hey, call as much attention to that area we can, and then let Kuro go in there with that little swinging thing, and he'll take out all the Marines, he'll take out all the fodder pirates. Not a big deal. Next person up. This is gonna sound like a person I wouldn't be able to control, which is, you know, who knows. But Crocodile. Now, Crocodile, The man can literally make sand tornadoes, sandstorms. He's intangible. He can dry out enemies, which is kind of like what it's like sort of what smoothie can do, but like you don't get to drink it afterwards and make yourself stronger. You're just draining them of their life, I guess. Like the moisture in their body, they dry out, they die. So he literally could dry out whole towns. And when we come in there, the town's at a disadvantage because they don't have no provisions. We could literally starve them out. He sends in all the sand and all that stuff like that. And as long as the Marines don't show up, or an admiral show up, or a celestial dragon or whatever, we starve the town out until they pay us, and then we give them back the rain. You know what I mean? Crocodile is like, he's like my siege weapon against any kingdom or town we come across. Next up, Inaru. Now, Inaru is gonna be a bitch to control, but in this hypothetical, I did. So in this hypothetical, I controlled him. And again, he's not necessarily a captain. He's technically a ruler, but that wasn't a rule. There was no rule against rulers. So I'm getting Inaru, and the man is a single, like, forget the one ship buster call. This is a one man buster call. If any time we are at a disadvantage and we're like, look, we are not gonna be able to get out of that. We're not gonna be able to get into that. We're not gonna be able to stop them from pursuing us. Whatever. Inaru. Annihilate the island. Inaru. Take out the fleet. Inaru. Crush that, crush that base or that fort or whatever. Inaru. Take down the whatever. And the only reason why Luffy beat him was because he was rubber. Most people are susceptible to electricity. They're getting hit. Okay, so island gone, fleet gone, major bad guy, major adversary, major pirate crew gone. Pursuers gone, bounty hunters gone. You know what I'm saying? Like the man, like he'll see him from out at whatever distance he can see. Like he can see pursuers, and he can take them out from whatever distance. They won't even know we there when the lightning shows up. All right. Now, next up, who was it? Buggy, Wapple, Don Creed, Kuro, Crocodile, Inaru. See, now he's also not a captain or a pirate, but Luffy defeated him, so he's fair game. Rob Lucci. Now, this man is also a far better infiltrator than Don Krieg, and if it's anything military related, I guess in this scenario he kind of defected. So he came to my side after something happening. I don't know what would make him leave, but he came to my side. And I'm just like, look, as long as you don't try and kill any of us, as long as you do what I say, you can have as much fun taking on Marines or taking on other pirates or whatever. Like, there's whatever thing you want to do, you can do that thing. Just make sure there's treasure left, make sure there's supplies left, and don't try and fuck with us. And if something did happen where Rob Lucci did try to fuck with us, I would have Inaru lightning his ass. I can't. What do you want me to do? Next, it's gonna be somebody that is their uses are far more substantial than most of the story has suggested, and that person is Gecko Moria. Now, Gecko Moria is going to be important because after everything that goes on with the other people that show up here and just annihilate, there's going to be bodies. No matter where we go, we ain't the Straw Hats. There's going to be bodies, okay? Gecko Moria can revive those bodies and make us whole fleets of zombies that can't be harmed. The only thing that can take them down is seawater. Now, I don't know about you, but the ships that most of these guys came in on were relatively large ships, or they were landlocked people like, you know, Wapple and what's his name, Inaru, and you know, Rob Lucci never really had like his own ship, I guess. I think he just hops on whatever ship the Navy takes him to wherever his mission is on. But like most of the ships that we get are gonna be relatively large, like kind of like almost like Moby Dick, like Big Mama Chanter type larger ships. I'm not gonna be in like a small ship. It's gonna be relatively large ships because these are some pretty larger than life personalities. They're gonna need a lot of space, even if it's just like, you know, even if it's just these people, which it isn't gonna be. But even if it was just these people, they're gonna need space. They're not gonna want to be in the same room all the time. They ain't gonna be bunking. They ain't gonna be doing none of that. So they're gonna need some space, and with large ships, you're gonna need large crews. Large crews equals more supplies equals more pit stops. Now, a crew that don't need to eat, that don't need to really do much sleeping, and a crew that is practically indestructible other than if, like, say, some kind of crazy storm washed, you know, all of the like seawater onto the ship and just the salt took them out or whatever. Like, unless like a catastrophe happens, we got a whole crew. And odds are with the people that we got here, we could collect crews. Like the strength of these guys alone, I could practically have them be each like a commander of their own vessel. Because most of these guys are rulers and captains. So they could literally, I could have like, at least I know 1, 2, 3. At least I know 3 of these guys had like a fleet. Because I know Don Krieg had a fleet, Crocodile had a fleet, and Inaru had, I don't know if Inaru had a fleet. I don't think Inaru had a fleet. So I know at least 2 of these people had a fleet. Don Krieg and Crocodile. And Rob Lucci, I don't know how he isn't giving commands. I just know he has been with fleets, but I don't trust him to command a fleet. Like Gecko Moria probably could command a fleet, and he would be the one controlling all the zombies, so he'd probably stay with me and like the main fleet. The other guys, they can, you know, get their own people or whatever, which would be easy for them to do. Like I said, they're all captains and rulers, so they're okay running stuff. Now, Gecko Moria gives us endless, unceasing, unresting crew potential, and practically an army wherever we go. After the first like day and people die, the man doubles our army practically. Now, next up, after Gecko Moria, I'm going pretty outrageous, and I don't know. I mean, in this scenario, I'm able to control these guys, so I feel like it really like let's just say in this scenario, I'm practically Kaido. Practically. In this scenario, I'm practically Kaido. I'm just gathering the strongest people that I see, or whatever, or people that have potential to be strong. So with that being said, my next person, me being Kaido strength or Kaido-esque, Doflamingo. Don Quixote, Doflamingo. Now, this one is a very, very important one because he, one, is the broker for the underworld around the world. 2, he has connections to practically everything, even slavery, which, you know, that it sucks, whatever, especially me being black dude. Like, slavery, yeah, it sucks, but, you know, this one piece we're talking about, you know, it is what it is. What am I gonna do? Like, unless, you know, unless the Revolutionary Army or Luffy changes something, slavery's gonna be a thing. Celestial dragons still exist, all that stuff like that still exists. So I like, hey, he making us money. We're taking islands and fighting the Marines and stuff like that. Who am I gonna tell him, like, hey, don't put your foot in that? You know what I mean? And Smile, you know, he could still be connected to Kaido, and if he is connected to Kaido, then like an alliance with Kaido, maybe. And if I'm like Kaido-esque and I could at least clash with him for a little bit, he'll respect me and he'll be like, all right, cool, alliance. He won't like try and beat the mess out of me and then throw me in jail and break my will or whatever if I can compete with him. So yeah, I just kind of put myself at Yonko level. I don't know why. I mean, I according to most of the guys that I've seen in these YouTube One Piece you know, people, I'm a relatively like stronger person. So if these guys are able to create like massive crews of bigger people, and I'm bigger than these guys, I'm usually strong. The only person that I'm not bigger than is like King of Lightning. But like, if I'm bigger than most of these other guys, and I could potentially be stronger in another world that would be One Piece. So if these guys are anywhere near like, if any one of them is near like Doflamingo, Luffy, whatever level, then I'm definitely Kaido level, or at least Admiral level. So Doflamingo, he would be able to manipulate like the people in a country to do what we needed them to do. Say the Marines show up. They show up, and he takes control of half of the crew that gets off the port, and it makes them start fighting each other. Even if he lets them go and they stop fighting, then the people that got into the fights still would get like arrested or taken aback or whatever. Like they'd get like, you know, what happened here? Why'd you do this or whatever? So it would take them time to do that. And while that's happening, and while they're distracted, and while they're counting their casualties, me and the rest of the crew are doing whatever the hell we needed to do that distraction was for. So that, you know, that he's good at misdirection. He's good at doing deals. He's good at procuring things, and he's good at making allies with people far stronger than him. And I would need that so that I can make allies with people that are far stronger than me. In case I'm not Yonko level. If I am Yonko level, fuck it. But if I'm not, you know, I need somebody that can help me like make a deal. And next is another weapons person, Caesar Clown. Now, Caesar, I would have, because with Buggy and Caesar, I have firepower potential, and I have biological and or gas attack potential. And I'm taking everything out. If they didn't get hit by the flames and the aftershock from the Buggy ball, they gonna get taken out by the gas. And we coming in with the masks on and the suits and all that. We clearing out everything from everybody that's coughing and wheezing on the ground. And they literally, Caesar's bombs and stuff don't kill anybody. It just really incapacitate people for a long extended period of time. Meaning they don't chase us, meaning we don't collect bodies from the gas. We already got enough bodies with the bombs. We don't need the gas, okay? And Caesar is he's a coward, so I wouldn't have to worry about him trying to fight me. You know, and if in case his heart's already out, I could get a hold of it. I have complete control over Caesar. And with Caesar, I could use his weapons to keep some of my crew members that are probably a little bit more, you know, rambunctious in check. Next. And these Caesar is, I don't know if he's a captain really, but whatever. The next person, and this is my second to the last person. The next person I have is Cracker. Now, I know what you're saying. Cracker, he gets hit one time and he's hurt, blah, 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 blah. Cracker, he wasn't even the guy to fight. He uses biscuits. Biscuit army. The only way that they're getting taken out is by rain and you eat them. The only way they're getting beat is literally King Kong gun level attacks. And I don't know how many people can just do those off the bat for a whole army. He can stay inside of one, so he could be like practically like a ball and cup situation where you put him in one of the Cracker Biscuit soldiers or whatever and move him around. You don't know where he is now. So he can hide easily. You got a fucking extremely good swordsman, because he was I think he cut Luffy or something like that even when he was using haki. So it wasn't like Luffy could stop his blade. Like Cracker's, like, you know, Cracker did some damage, and yeah, he's gonna be, you know, a weaker durability person, but with the lineup of people that I have, I don't need him to be durable. I don't need him to be the guy taking the hits. I just need them biscuits. Keep clapping them biscuits out, and we got an army of zombies and an army of biscuits. Both of them don't need to be fed. Both of them indestructible. What else you need? Now, the final person, I wanted to go with somebody who doesn't have a devil fruit like Don Krieg and Kuro and yeah, just those two don't have devil fruits. And I need another person that is relatively strong that doesn't have a devil fruit to come with us, so that in case, you know, some random stuff happens, I don't just have a whole crew of devil fruit users that are gonna get murdered. Like, it's like, okay, well, if a storm comes, we all go in the ocean, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. There's nothing we can do. And my person for the non-devil fruit is also not a captain, another ruler, and technically, Luffy didn't beat this guy, but this is the only person that Luffy didn't beat that I would pick, and that is Judge. Now with Judge, I kind of assume that I automatically get the Vin Smokes, because that's just, that's how they roll. They don't go separately like that. So Judge. And with Judge, whoo boy. Okay, with Judge, we got suits that enhance our abilities, and I'm getting a suit. Believe me, I'm getting a suit. We got his kids that are practically, they're just ridiculously powerful. They took on the Big Mom Pirates and wrecked shop on most of the people. You got Judge, who is a scientific genius, along with Caesar, who both worked for the big man, the big scientist, Vegapunk. And just to even get snippets of those guys, of Vegapunk's genius from these two people, worth it. Worth it. If I didn't get his kids, if I didn't get the suits, okay, wait, the suits kind of come with the kids, but like, even if I didn't get the kids of the suits, I have his expertise, and he can create clones. That is a third way to get an army. And the clones don't have devil fruits. The clones won't be destroyed by salt water or water in general. The clones will be obedient, and the clones will literally sacrifice themselves for us. We can churn them out like that. So biscuits, zombies, clones. That is 3 very, very, very impactful crew types. And then whatever crew members that the rest could scrounge up, which I'm pretty sure could be substantial. So that is my crew. Buggy the Clown, Wapple, Don Krieg, Kuro, Crocodile, Inaru, Rob Lucci, Gecko Moria, Do Flamingo, Caesar Clown, Cracker, and Judge Vince. Who's messing with that? You know what I'm saying? And like, even say we go up against a Yonko crew, okay? Say we do. Now, Kaido has the Beast Pirates. I don't necessarily see them as that big of a challenge unless they're like higher up there pirates. And like at the top level, I would say I'd have to worry about maybe a good, 15 characters. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 hard. We got 12. Okay, we got like maybe 9 extremely good fighters plus me, which in this world I would probably be like I said, like admiral level or whatever. If other One Piece YouTubers that are, I've seen most of these guys are, they're not buff, they're not strong. They most of them are, I would assume, haven't fought too many times. Some of them might even be virgins. So based on that info, and they're controlling super powerful people, if they're controlling super powerful people and they're all those things, me being what I am, I'm in a world of pirates, I'm up here. So like, I'm practically taking on at least Kaido by myself, or a Big Mom by myself, or a Shanks by myself, or an Admiral by myself, or something like that. I'm up there. I'm taking on the people that Luffy would take on. I'm taking on the people that the leader of the group would take on. And the rest of these guys, see the clown, shoot some gas bombs in there. Buggy ball them. Wapple, get the arsenal ready. Don Krieg, infiltrate over there. Kuro, take out that fodder over there. Crocodile, dry out anybody who's left. Inaru, shock the shit out of their base. Rob Lucci, go and do whatever the hell you feel like doing, because I know for a fact you're just gonna murder people. Gecko Moria, take whatever bodies is after all them guys and make them ours. Do Flamingo, manipulate whoever can be manipulated and have them fight each other. Caesar, Cracker, we need biscuits. Judge, I need my suit and we need clones. Literally, with the skills that these guys have, there's no crew that could beat us. Unless freak accident happens, like ridiculous will of deed luck, you got the protagonist of a shonen type freaking luck. You're not beating my crew. I don't care what you do. I got weaponry. I got vast resources. I got the knowledge that it would take to beat most people. I got people that can infiltrate things. I got people that can raise armies that literally need nothing to sustain. And then on top of that, I got strong people. I just got strong people. Like, people that can't even be touched by people that don't have hockey for, what? How many is that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got 3 people that can't even be touched without people that don't have hockey. That's 3 people. Or maybe 4 if you count Buggy, I guess. Maybe 4 if you count Buggy, but I don't know necessarily, because... Yeah, no, that's 4. I got 4 people that, can't even be touched without, if you don't have hockey. And then, what is it? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extremely strong fighters. And then, maybe, 1, 2, I got, and 2 okay-ish fighters, and then the rest are, there for support. The only thing I don't have is, a person that's like a dedicated doctor, but Judge could do medical science, so I kind of count him as a doctor. And yeah, that's my crew. And that's all I got to say about that. that's it for this video. Thank you for 50 subscribers. Thank you for all the support you guys have shown me. And that's all I got. That's all I got to say. Thank you. I'm not gonna cry like Markiplier, so you know, don't be upset about my not crying. Okay. Lord Nolan out.